Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, giving you the truth. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Yeah, we're against simping, but I also want to, like I said, we talk about all subjects here. So I want to talk about domestic V. Listen, man, and I know people that's dealing with it right now. Like, you can't call yourself a man if you hitting on women with your fists. Like, you should have enough self-esteem and enough game, Mac in you, whatever you want. You say, well, you're a preacher, what you talking about? You want me to put on the suit and act fake and not help nobody? You want me to be one of those type of preachers? I'm not going to be that type of preacher, even if it costs me money. Like, I could make a whole lot more money being a little fake, suit wearing, politically correct, never confronting women, never confronting men preacher. But that's not how I do things. We talk about all subjects on here. And if we gonna talk about how men need to go their own way and how it's risky to talk about, or it's risky to get married, it's risky to have kids with these women. And it is. And I stand on those things because most women, they do change too drastically in the negative side in a lot of cases. Maybe not every case. If you're an exception to the rule, you're an exception to the rule. But in many, if not most cases, they change too negatively to spend the rest of your life. Well, first of all, we're going to do a video later about vows, how you're not even supposed to be making vows. The Bible tells you that. You're not even supposed to be making vows with people. It says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. But if we're going to talk about these things, then we have to talk about the negativity with a lot of these guys. See, a lot of guys, they're never going to be anything in life because they think that being a thug is success. Some women and their fetish for bad boys keep this going, but you ladies, you need to stop dropping them pants for these type of guys, or any guys. You need to learn how to have some self-dignity, self-control. And especially once these guys hit you, that should be the end. That should be the end. Like, you, and if you don't feel safe, you're supposed to go to the police, move to a different town, whatever you're supposed to do. Because if they really want to fight, let them go to prison where they'll get as many fights as they want to get. But see, most of these guys, they don't want to fight other guys. They want to fight women. They want to gang up. Like, they're not comfortable fighting one-on-one. They need their friends, or they need to be hitting on women. The only fights that they believe in one-on-one style is with women. And you should never be hitting on no woman. And you should never let a woman hit on you. I told my wife a long time ago, first time you hit me, we done. We done. Like, there's the shiny lips again. Like, I just don't believe that I'm at such a low level where I can't leave a woman that's trying to beat on me and I know she can't beat me. Whereas a lot of these guys, they don't think like that. Like, even from what I hear watching videos and stuff, a lot of these guys done make sex violent. Like the baseball player that he was in court because he was having violent sex. And when he broke up with her, she just said, well, I'm going to get some money out of this. She turned the whole thing into something else. But for one, you should never engage in that type. If you got to do all that, then you need to go with somebody else that's easier for you to satisfy. So, again, if you know somebody where they basically are being beaten by their male counterpart, then you need to go to the police or do something. But look, these guys, like I say, if they really want to fight, give them the opportunity to have those fights by letting them go to jail. Let them go to jail. I mean, it's one thing for us to talk about not getting married, not having kids, going our own way, red pill, manosphere, all this. But we can't pretend like these guys are perfect. They're not. They're horrible. Like, I've had to work jobs with these guys. Some of these guys act like women. Like, it get to the point where me being a believer, it's been times where I'm like, hey man, what are you trying to step outside or something? It gets to that point because some of these guys are just divas like that. They Denzels without Denzel Washington money. I've had those try to put on scenes, all type of stuff. Knowing they wasn't about that action that they was trying to act like they was about. One-on-one, no help, no friends, no cousins. Knowing they wasn't. And these are the guys that like to slap women around. Like to slap. The best thing you could do for a woman that ain't acting right is to get your stuff and leave. But you start hitting on them, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. See, this is why, and kind of off subject, this is why people can come all over from over the world and get rich in the United States, but the people that's from here can't. Because the people that's from here got their mind on the wrong stuff. These little tattered hairstyles, acting like they tough, shooting people with masks on and running for dear life so they won't go to jail. Drama, 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 drama. Slapping on women. Drama, 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 drama. Then they come back and they're buying the little kids a shirt or some Jordans or something like that. And these women take them right back. Why you keep taking these guys back? See, that's what makes it dangerous to come to their defense. My mother told me a long time ago when I was younger, don't be fighting for such and such, because all they're going to do is go back to the person they're with, right? So a situation came up with one of my cousins. Now, mind you, my cousin always had my back, this, that, and the other. So when her boyfriend got to, trying to hit on her, me and one of my friends were over there, and we thought about jumping him. But then I remember when my mother said, let's just see how this play out, this, that, and the other, right? A week later, my cousin was right back with him. So I'm thinking my mother was right. And ever since that point, I try to stay out of people's business. But one thing I don't like about these guys, especially in this Midwest, you see a lot of this domestic stuff, is I hate, it almost makes you feel unsuccessful. When you have to roll on the same streets, you have to live in go to the same stores as these type of guys that slap on women. Slapping on women, wow, man, I got to do better for myself. It's a motivational tool for me, because me personally, I don't like guys that hit on women. I just don't. I can fight, literally. I'm not bragging, but I know how to fight a little bit. And when I see these guys that beat on these women, some of them be undersized, I sometimes visualize just giving them what I call a 2-piece with dipping sauce, like a left, right, and then just pick them up and drop them on the concrete head first. I don't like thinking like that, but let's be honest. The Most High does not love the devil. The Most High does not love demons. So all these believers trying to act like they love everybody, they need to just stop it. You need to stop it. The Most High doesn't have like a friendship with darkness. Just like I don't like guys that beat on women. Like I just don't. Like I never did. Like I never liked those type of guys that beat on women, because I always knew that if a woman attacked me, I'm done with her. She can easily be replaced. Easily. See, where these guys mess up, they get too obsessed. Like these women make them feel a little too good about themselves and what they really actually accomplishing. And so when they don't want to deal with them no more, or the thought of somebody else getting where they was at, they can't handle it. So, yeah, if we're going to talk about not marrying them, which I would advise, I would tell you, you need to take, if you're thinking about getting married, take it very, very slow. And any woman that gives you an ultimatum, she's out of the running right then and there. But the flip side, like I say, you women, when these guys start hitting on you, if you don't feel safe, then you need to like go to a different town, go to a different state. I know sometimes they still find you, stuff like that. But you have to, you need to learn how to defend yourself. You need to learn how to shoot guns. You need to learn how to self-defense, learn some grappling techniques. But don't just let these guys just hit on you and take out their frustrations on you. Because that's what it is. These dudes, if you look at it, it's a lot of dudes. They don't finish high school. They don't want to work. They think selling drugs is success. These is the type of guys that like to hit on women. And I'm going to show you how soft a lot of them is. When they shoot people, they shoot them with masks on, because they already know that the real fight begins once they go to prison. The real fight begins once they... See, a guy that can fight, he ain't gonna... Like, of course, people don't fight no more. But a guy that can fight, he's not going to just rely on just... And that's the end of it. The only reason why in my past life I even started carrying GUNs was because everybody else was. That's the main reason. That's everybody else was. You practically felt defenseless. But again, all this monetization on YouTube, talking about women and, a negative light, which, to be honest with you, a lot of them deserve that. The majority of them deserve the negative light that they're getting with their sex strikes, with their disrespectful behavior, what have you. But domestic violence is the act of a coward, man. It's just cowardly acts. Like, and do not, I don't care if it's your own brother. If you know your brother is beating on his girl or beating on his wife, you need to turn him in. Let him get in some real fights with people who don't do nothing but work out. Don't go along with this type of stuff, because this type of stuff exists. It exists. So while everybody, and like I said, keep talking about women and how we shouldn't marry them and how we shouldn't do this and that, but I'm going to address the domestic violence issue. Because no matter how bad these women are, there's no reason to hit on them. There's no reason to do that. And me personally, I don't even think you should dog them out. I think you should be honest with them. And if they, be like, well, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not finna have just one girl. I do like you. So if you, stuff like that. I do like you. So if you, want to be with me, you got to accept that. Instead of just trying to, come on, man. You trying to punch on the girl that you don't like as much. You trying to punch on her because she might not look as good, or she might not have the best body, or you think you smarter than her. Listen, you can't call yourself a real man punching on these women. You can't call yourself a real man if you won't work. But see, this is the cycles of some of these guys. And I'm not trying to hear how you ain't had this parent, you ain't had that parent. That's no excuse for you to be a bad parent. You taking care of the kid, but you beating on the mother. You practically finna kill the mother. So then she'll lose two parents because you going to be in prison and her mother going to be dead. What are you accomplishing? Listen, man, listen. Selling dope, that's nothing, man. Anybody could do that. If you know how to count, you could do that. You're nothing. If you hiding behind guys, your friends, having your friends shooting this up, shooting that up, if you hiding behind selling drugs and you beating on women, you just entered the cycle of a coward. You're in the cycle of a coward, man. And you in the cycle of a dumb person because the Indians come over here, they create businesses and they got more money than you. You putting your freedom at risk every day, punching on women and selling drugs. I just wanted to touch on it a little bit though, because it's going on too much. I keep hearing about this, hearing about that, and it's just getting ridiculous, man. Don't tell me nothing about, and then you little pro wax on YouTube, just shut up, man. Just stop it until you get these guys to stop hitting on women and the stuff they doing, killing each other. Listen, the white man ain't our problem anymore. Like when I'm out here in the suburbs right now, I feel totally safe. I be out here at night, totally safe. Don't feel like nobody want to rob me or anything. You can't go to the hood and say the same thing. So don't come with the BLM stuff. I'm too smart for that. I'm not trying to hear that. Until you stop the violence, the domestic violence, the black on black violence, don't come with that, man. Find something else to talk about. Or save it for somebody that's not at a lower level of intelligence than me. Because I'm too smart to listen to it. As long as these guys are beating on these girls, doing all the stuff they doing, they stealing, they costing people money, they terrorizing their own communities, I don't want to hear anything about that propaganda. Nothing. Save it. A lot of y'all agents anyway. Save it. You're an agent. Which ain't no better. You're an agent. Like you playing both sides. You selling out for money. You're an agent. But thanks for watching. This is The Truth, man. I'm about to get to work. The channel is No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.